triangles are similar and see if they are through various methods. First method is angle-angle. So if we look at two triangles and see that they have two angles that are congruent, then we can then say the two triangles are in fact similar. So example 1, looking to find angles that are congruent, we can see ones that are congruent here. Those are two angles that are congruent because of vertical angles. Then the next ones might be a little tougher to find. I'm going to highlight our two parallel lines, and I'm going to highlight a transversal that goes through them, and you can then see that we have alternate interior angles that are congruent there. You could also do alternate interior on the other side, but since we only need two angles, then we are done. Writing our similarity statement, the triangle CDE would be similar to triangle, what matches up with CDE, it would be GFE. And that's it. Number 2, here we have to find two angles again. I'm going to highlight my parallel lines, and then we do have a transversal going through here, and I see that we have corresponding angles on these two triangles. If you can't see the two triangles, let me go ahead and highlight them. We have a small triangle here, and we have a larger triangle on the outside. Those are the two triangles we're working with. So we did have corresponding. Now we have to find another angle, and those two triangles actually share an angle at the bottom. That's called reflexive when they share that. So we have an angle here, an angle there, and we are done showing similarity. Writing our similarity statement, we can say MLN for the big triangle is similar to QLP for the smaller one. That was the first way to show that they're similar.
Hello.
Is similarity. The next one would be side, side, side. The next similarity would be side, 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 showing that not they're congruent, but they're in proportion. What we have to do is draw fractions for our three sides. Let me go and highlight them. The 9 would match up with, let's say, the 14, I believe. And then next, the 20.5, let me go a different color. 20.5 would match up with the biggest one here, the 31.5. And then lastly, let's say the 13.5 would match up with the 21. 13.5 over the 21. And go ahead and divide the 9 over 14. Divide the 20.25 over 31.5 and divide the 13.5 over 21 and see if the sides are simplified to be the same answer. If they are, you would say yes, and then do your two triangles that are equal, or in fact similar. Right, doing the next one, number 8. Seeing if the sides are in proportion. So we got 30 matching up with 42. Then we have, let's say, 20 matching up with not 8, but the whole thing. So you would write 20 matches up with 28. And on the other side, we have the small triangle 15, matching up with the whole thing, which is 21. And if you divide them and they all get divided by the same thing, or they get the same number, let's see, if we simplify this one, we get dividing by 3, 5 over 7. Simplifying that one, dividing by, let's say, 4, we get 5 over 7. And simplifying that one, dividing by 6, we get 5 over 7, I believe. So they're all the same. You would say yes. And then writing your similarity statement with the triangles, we can do WXV with WYU. right, moving on. Our last way to show that triangles are similar is side angle side. What we're going to do is show that they have one angle that's congruent in the middle between two sides that are not congruent but are in proportion. Number 13, I'm looking for an angle, and I found one right here by vertical. Now I have to make proportional sides, the 24 and the 6, and then I have the 48 and the 12. I'm going to go ahead and write the 24 with the 6 and see if that's the same number as 48 over 12, and they are. They both simplify to 4. So our sides are in proportion, our angles congruent in between them. We do have SAS, so we're going to say yes, and the triangle similarity statement would be SER with GEF, I believe. Oh, I forgot my triangle there. All right, moving on to number 15. We have some parallel lines, so I'm going to go ahead and highlight those. And then we have a line down the middle. That's my transversal. And checking what we have, we do have corresponding angles here and here. So there's our angle. Next, we need some sides. So we have this 54 with the 33, and then we have the 36 with the 22 on those two triangles. Let me go ahead and write those down to see if they simplify to give you the same number. All right, go ahead and divide those. If they are divided and they give you the same answer, then you would say yes. If not, then you would say no, they are not similar. Go ahead and try that. And our last example for today is number 18. Here we have, again, a smaller triangle, and then we have a larger triangle. And whenever that happens, we will have vertical angles being congruent, or not vertical, I'm sorry, reflexive angle right here. Next, we need sides in proportion. We have a side here, the 30 matches up with the whole thing. We're going to write 30 to 39. And then on the other side, we have a 27 matching up with the whole thing. So 27 with 34. Go ahead and divide those to see if those two sides are in proportion for our SAS. If they are, then we do have similarity, and you can write your similarity statement with the two triangles. Go ahead and try that, and have a great night.